Without further ado, let us say hello to the one and only JJ, a.k.a. KSI. He is here. Hey,
yo.
How are you,
Hi.
my friend? Good to talk to you again.
I'm good. Likewise. Always good to see you, bro.
It's okay. We don't have to talk about it. The elephant in the room. I mean, just 3 points up on Nottingham Forest after you shitting on them the last couple of years. I mean, are you sweating? Are you nervous? Come on now. Give us our props. You have to say you are impressed.
Honestly, I don't know what has happened this season. I don't know what they've eaten. I don't know what they've drunk. Honestly, it's crazy how well they've done. Like Wood, brother, this guy cannot miss. This guy's always scoring. It's so annoying. And Nalanga, for some reason, is now the fastest player in the Premier League. Yeah. You got a good team. You got a good team. Aina doing very well.
Oh yeah, Murillo. Callum Hudson-Odoi.
I think what's so annoying as well for your team, just hardly any injuries.
Oh, we've had a few.
We've had so many.
Danilo broke his ankle at the beginning of the year. Morgan missed a game or two. You know, we had our gaffer suspended for 4 games.
We don't have our best player. One of our best players. We don't have him. He's just not here. He's injured.
These things happen.
We had Odegaard injured, like for a long period of time.
Are you nervous?
Martinelli injured. Like, bro, the list goes on. Jesus injured, out, done.
Are you nervous though? Like it would be embarrassing.
I'm not nervous. I've actually got a bet with one of my mates who's also a Nottingham Forest fan, Randolph, and I've given him basically if Arsenal are below Nottingham Forest at the end of the season, I owe him $8,000.
Wow. How'd you come up with $8,000, by the way? That's kind of a random.
So I gave him like £200 with 400 to 1 odds or something like that.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go, Randolph. Is it Randolph you said?
Randolph, yes.
Shout out to Randolph, a man of good taste. Let's talk about a man who doesn't have good taste. That's Dillon Danis. Before we get to Dillon specifically, we start with Wayne Bridge, who I have to say, I learned of Wayne Bridge the moment he walked into the ring that day when you called him out, because there was a whole host of characters, and I fancy myself some kind of football aficionado. I was not familiar with his game, and so here he is walking into the ring to face you. What happened here? You start talking about his personal life, and then he backs out. Is that legit? Did that really happen?
Well, I mean, it's public knowledge that it happened, but you know, when I'm on stage, I'm on there to essentially as a character to just, I don't know. I guess I was just trying to like build, create pay-per-view, create drama, create action. I wanted him to hate me. I wanted him to instantly be like, "Oh wait, what? This guy? What is he doing? Fuck this guy. I'm out," or like, "I want to knock him out." Da 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 da. I didn't expect him to actually like pull out completely.
And is that the reason?
So I was literally just trying to rile him up because, you know, I've had all types of things said to me, you know, all types of things done to me, you know, and I just know at the end of the day, like, you know, I've met him before and I was pretty civil. You know, there was literally a YouTube video where I met him and we were chill. There was, you know, no anger, no hate towards each other. It was all blessed. But then obviously when I'm fighting you, I'm going to do everything I can to get under your skin, and I'm going to literally make this an event. I'm going to make this as big as possible. And, you know, if there are buttons that I can press to get you wild up or riled up, I'm going to press them.
Did he have a signed contract, though?
I'm pretty sure, Mans will know this, but I'm pretty sure we did sign a contract and everything. And, you know, everything was set, ready to go. And I was ready to fight. He was ready to fight. And I guess, I know he wasn't prepared for the shit talk.
Okay. So now you move on and you have to find a new opponent. You wanted to stay on that date, March 29th. How do we end up with Dillon Danis?
Well,
what were the steps?
We've you know, reached out to so many other fighters. You know, I've done a YouTube video on this, but I reached out to, my team reached out to Nate Diaz. Because, you know, we wanted to show the world that, okay, Jake beat Nate Diaz in the way that he beat him. Let me show what I can do. Similar to what I did with Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury obliterated Jake. Like, everyone who watches that fight goes, yeah, Jake Paul got his ass handed to him and he lost. Whereas with the fight with me and Tommy, everyone's there like, KSI should have won that. Tommy Fury shouldn't have won. Like, I showed the levels. I showed that I was better than Jake, and we wanted to do it again with the Nate Diaz fight. I wanted to fully knock him out, and then he said no. So we went to Masvidal. He couldn't do it because of his UFC contract. Went to Donald Cerrone. He said no. Went to Tony Ferguson. He said no. So we're scrambling. Like, all right, what are we gonna do? Like, we need to try and find an opponent. We've got a date, March 29th, set. So we need to find someone. And then eventually, Mans comes through to me like, we got Dillon Danis. And I'm like, great. Well, I was like, you sure we don't have any more options? And he was like, no, man, we're literally on the bare bones here. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just go. Let's just have fun. You know what? I finally get my hands on him. Logan did his thing, but I want to fully knock him out. I want to show the world that, yes, if he's going to double guard like that, he's going to get absolutely obliterated, because I'm a guy that looks to kill. I'm a guy that looks to, hunts. I look for blood. I want to destroy you. I'm not going to just let you survive. So, yeah, I tried to do it against Tommy Fury. Butter was just too heavy. Butter was just too heavy, man. That day was the day I realized that weight makes such a difference.
One that I wanted to ask about was the Nate Diaz nugget that you just dropped there. How close was that?
I mean, I don't know how much I can say, but Mans was trying, and they just weren't responsive.
Is that one that you can explore in the future, or dead?
I'm so down. I'm so down. I would love to do that. I think that would be a great fight. Fantastic fight. And a weight that he's comfortable at as well. I'm not going to make him go 200 pounds, etc., like Jake did. No, I'll fight him at his best.
All right. So you go with Dillon. I was looking through old clips and whatnot. I stumbled upon, I think this was our first chat. Look at the title of our first chat a couple of years ago. This is from my old YouTube channel, the MMA Fighting one. KSI, Dillon Danis won't compete for Misfits Boxing again. That was the title. Since then, he obviously fought Logan, and now he's fighting you. And we all know that you were supposed to fight some years ago. Are you concerned that this won't come to fruition and you'll be left opponentless, last week of March?
He needs this fight. He's getting sued by Logan Paul. He needs the fight. He's running low on money. Logan Paul is going to rinse him out. He needs the money to defend himself.
Okay, so no concerns whatsoever?
No concerns.
Okay. What about just the fact that you're doing business with him? You don't like this guy. It's personal.
I hate it. But what options do I have? What options do I have? People say no to me. You know why people say no to me? And again, I mentioned this in my YouTube video. It's because I don't portray myself as a pro boxer that wants to be a world champion. I'm not that. I'm just a guy that has fun boxing. It's a part-time thing for me. I've got music, I've got Prime, I've got Sidemen, I've got my own YouTube channel. I've got all these other things that I'm juggling. And then I also box. So I'm not trying to be a world champion. I'm not trying to, be the best of the best in terms of that boxing scene. I just want to have big fights, win, and beat Jake Paul, and build Misfits. That's it. I came back to build Misfits, to create as much hype as well, build undercards, etc., build other fighters, etc., and then eventually, when Jake Paul has the fucking cojones, fight him.
So this would be Misfits 21. How do you feel like the business is going? Are you happy with where it's at?
Oh no, business is fantastic.
Okay.
Obviously it does way better whenever I fight, but when, like, last year I didn't fight and it was still in profit. Like, how many boxing companies can you say are in profit? And I know the behind the scenes of most of these companies, and not a lot of them are in profit. A lot of them just spend a lot of money and lose a lot of money and don't make any money, don't make any profit on any of their fights or on any of their events, etc. Whereas we most of the time are in profit with every event.
So when Dillon fought Logan, it obviously got very personal. You alluded to the lawsuit. Just as this fight gets announced, he starts to make it personal, but then you hit him back with something pretty personal as well regarding his father. Is this where we're headed? Are you expecting more of this? Here's his tweet and then your tweet.
Okay.
Is this where we're going?
Well, I mean, I don't know where his dad is. What? What are you laughing?
What do you mean? What do you
I don't know where his dad is.
So
it's a genuine question. He came at my family, so I was like, all right, cool. Where's your dad? I don't know. It's a question. He didn't even answer it.
Are you expecting more of this from him?
I mean, I'm expecting whatever. I don't honestly like whatever he does is not going to affect me because I just know I'm going to beat his face repeatedly. I'm going to absolutely destroy him. I pray he double guards against me because he's going to feel full force of my fists constantly breaking his face.
If you don't knock him out, is that considered, in your opinion, a loss?
I'm going to knock him out. I'm going to knock him out. If I don't knock him out, that's an L on my point, yes.
Okay.
Huge L. Huge L.
And as far as the motivation at this point, like, why did you have to fight on March 29th? If there was nothing that made sense, you didn't want to do business with him, why did you feel, okay, I need to do it on this day, I need to get back in there? Why not wait for something to materialize?
Well, I mean, we booked the date. We have a lot of things set up for that day. It's quite hard to then just go, all right, let's push it back. Because, I mean, especially nowadays, there's so many events. It's quite hard to book in advance for arenas, etc. So, like, for me, I'd love to fight at the O2. I would have done it at the O2, but the O2 is always getting booked. So all these places are always getting booked. So it's quite hard for us to just change everything and go, okay, let's try and find a new day because there's just not many days available.
Okay. I know this may be a silly question to ask because he has 2 fights left on his UFC deal, but there has been talks between you and Conor, right? There has been some crap talking. He got in the ring.
Yeah.
Did you guys explore that at all? Was there any sort of, hey, maybe we can figure this out?
Danis just said it's not happening.
Okay. Because I
mean, I'd love it to happen, and I feel like I am more in line for it to happen as opposed to someone like Jake, because Dana hates Jake, and understandably, I know why. He's an absolute cunt. So it is what it is. But yeah, I think it'll be a great fight being Conor McGregor. But yeah, we're just gonna have to wait for Dana to, Dana holds all the cards with that.
Okay. Let us talk about Jake. In the midst of all this, he doesn't have an opponent. And so did you guys try did you try to make it for the 29th or the April, whatever? Like, were there any sort of renewed talks about finally making this happen?
What, me and Jake?
Yeah. As you were searching for an opponent, he didn't have an opponent. Now you got Dillon, but in the midst of this last month or so.
No. He was gung ho into trying to fight Canelo.
Okay.
He was full focus on Canelo. He was there 100% thinking, yeah, I'm fighting Canelo. This is my big trump card, and I've done it. I've won. I can't wait to announce this. And then what? L. No Canelo. No fight. Now what? Where you at? What are you gonna do, buddy?
What is your read on that situation? Did Canelo have any intention of fighting him? Do you think he was using Jake as leverage? The way it all played out, what's your take on it?
The thing is, I know how it went down, but I can't say.
Come on, what?
I can't. No, I can't.
What do you mean?
Mom's told me I can't say.
Oh, okay, this is all right.
I know, and I'm sorry.
By the way, that's the worst thing to do. I know, but I won't.
No, I know. But Mom's literally.
All right, I don't want to get you in trouble.
And said no. But I know I went down. Huge L. Just the whole thing was an L.
Surface level, though. Surface level. I don't want you to say anything that you can't say. As you are hearing that he's in talks, that he's exploring this fight, do you think, nah, there's no way? Or did you think, all right, you know what, fair play if you get it. You've been asking for this, you got it, well done.
I just kept silent. And I just stopped to doing my own thing because I understand it. Like there was a lot of money being thrown around, lots of money thrown around, but you know, I mean, Turkey, bro, he's that guy.
Yeah.
He's that guy. He's a funny guy. He's a very funny guy, but he's the guy. He hates Jake Paul. Game's the game, man. You got beat by the lion.
How do you feel about the way Jake has responded to this? The videos.
I think he's like a fucking crybaby. Literally, wham, all over the timeline, all over X. Fuck off. Get mad. Find a new opponent. I'm here. After I beat Dillon Danis, I'm here, buddy. I'm here, buddy.
Why do I feel like we've been here before? Why can't we finally make this happen?
Because it's not.
What was that?
It's them. They're the ones that don't want this fight. Oh, they'll say they won it, but they need a few more fights before they get to me. We need to. Let's say I'm Nikisa. We need to squeeze as much money out of Jake as we can. We really need that Canelo fight just to get more money. But all right, looks like we're gonna have to try and find a new opponent. That isn't KSI. We just need to try and squeeze as much money. And you know why? Because they fight me and they lose, it's done. It's over. Because for me, part-time. Boxing, part-time. It is what it is. I can go, if let's say, I will never lose to Jake Paul. But let's say it happens. Okay. I can go back and still do Sidemen. I can go back, do my music. I can go and tour. I can do release an album. I can do my YouTube channel. I can do all these things, Promo Prime, etc. I can do all these things. Jake loses. What does he got? What happens?
Well, he did lose to Tommy, but you're saying losing to you would make it worse?
Losing to me is like it's game over.
But I feel like you're insulting yourself by saying that. You shouldn't say that. You're a good boxer. Like why would you say that about?
No. If he loses to me, it's done. No one cares about him anymore. People have been waiting for this fight between me and him. Have been waiting for years.
Yes.
Years. That's why they see the fight and then finally, if it's done, cool. All right, we don't care anymore. But you've got to remember, he doesn't have an audience, bro. He doesn't have a fan base. He just had people who watch him because of his name. People watch me because they're invested in me. They invest in my personality. They care about me. I could ride a horse and people would watch it. No one would give a shit if Jake Paul was riding a horse. But if he's fighting someone and if it's a big name, then yeah, cool. Bro, have you seen his pay-per-view numbers? Pay-per-view numbers against Mike Perry. Ass. Were terrible. No one gave a shit. I could fight Joe Fournier and I did 4 or 5 times his pay-per-view. And who the fuck is Joe Fournier?
I feel you. What about, I just have to ask, what about the Netflix numbers? Were you impressed by those?
Bro, everyone's got fucking Netflix. Of course. Of course he's going to get good views. Also, more people cared about it because it was Mike Tyson. Like, if it was Jake Paul versus Joe Fournier, do you think anyone's giving a shit? No. His non-pay-per-view fights. No one gave a shit when he fought. I don't even know who the cab drivers are. Who are they that he fought? The pro boxers. Like, I don't even remember who they were. No one cares. Whereas whenever I fight, people care.
So what do we do? How do we make this happen?
How do we make it happen? You need to talk to Nikisa.
Me? It's on me.
You talk to Nikisa. If you want it to happen, talk to Nikisa. And you've tried before.
I have tried.
And he just gives you these bullshit answers. Constantly. It's so boring. It's us. We're the ones who are driving the fucking car. We're the ones at the wheel going, we want this to happen. Let's go. I'm fucking sick and tired of this shit. Constantly the back and forth.
It's been going on for so damn long. No, I know. Yeah. But so my question is on your end, are there any, because I know weight was an issue. What is the stumbling block for someone watching this and being
it's weight. It's so obviously, like, for me, I'm there like, all right, cool. If weight is the problem, then I'm gonna start having to just get bigger.
Oh.
And that's what I'm doing. I'm getting, like, over the years, I've been getting bigger and bigger and bigger, so that eventually, when he goes, oh no, it's the weight, I'll fight you at 190 or 195, I'll go, okay, let's go then. I'm happy. Let's go. That's just it. So for me to like put on weight that is proper weight, it takes time. I can't just put on the type of weight that AT put on to fight Darren Till.
Yeah.
I don't want to put on that type of weight because it's not good weight. It's weight that slows you down and you don't perform as well as AT would have fought. I mean, as AT would have been when he fought at when he fights at a lower weight.
Hey there, sorry to interrupt. Just want to remind you, if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button. We would appreciate it very much. And while you're at it, give us a thumbs up too. You know, we've got live shows, interviews, clips, and a whole lot more going on this here channel. All right, now back to the show. This fight against Dillon, what weight is it at?
Yeah. It's 185.
185. True or false, in the year 2025, Jake Paul fights KSI?
In the year 2025, bro, I don't know.
What do you think? In your heart, what does your heart say?
What does my heart say? I mean, you know what? Yes.
Oh.
I know, and I think Netflix, because they're buddy.
Yeah.
And well, the thing is, I'm buddy with Netflix as well. But like, I'm pretty sure Netflix will see the Jake Paul KSI fight and go, we need to do this. We need to make this happen. Or I imagine DAZN will also come into play. I don't know. We'll probably have to do a partnership, and it might get complicated because of misfits and everything. I don't know how that's going to work actually, but I feel like it has to happen. I want it to happen. I'm not ducking. All right, I'm there. I'm ready. I've been ready.
What happens? What happens in the fight? What do you foresee?
I make him look shit. I make him look shit. The same way Chisora made Otto Wallin look shit.
Mm-hmm.
The same way MVP made what's his name look shit.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I'm gonna do to Jake. That's what people in shoot fighters do. We make fighters, our opponents, look ordinary. I made Tommy Fury look ordinary. Tommy Fury wasn't able to beat me up like he did with Jake. People, when they fight me, I make them look ordinary. I make them not look as good.
Can I ask, what do you think he does next? You have this fight. He's looking for a fight. Who do you think he fights?
He might go Chavez route or Cinco de Mayo. But then I guess he's gonna have to do quite a lot of promo to get people to know who Chavez is, Chavez Jr. I mean, like the general public.
Yeah, no, I get it.
We know, but the general public. There's always the Tommy Fury rematch. He might go there.
What about Logan?
No,
I think they'll fight one day. You don't think they'll fight?
Logan's killing it with WWE.
He is killing it, but you don't think at some point they fight? No.
Well, he's way too invested. Well, why would he? He's killing it with WWE. Why would he go on a side project again and just to do this fight? No, man. Like he's on a roll right now. No, I saw the Rey Mysterio fight.
Yeah.
Oh, he looked good.
Yeah.
He's got this new finisher. I was like, damn, this nigga's killing people, bro, with this shit. The pulverizer, bro. I'm like, this guy is killing the game in WWE. Why would he then pause that to then just go fight? It doesn't make sense.
It's a story years in the making, right? Brother versus brother never happened before. There's something there, right? People would watch that.
Yeah, but then also it's like, I don't know. It's a bit of a weird dynamic. It's a weird dynamic.
Could I ask, you mentioned Tommy Fury. Will Misfits ever do business with him after what he did prior to the Darren Till fight?
honestly, nowadays I'm just never say never.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Because it's Mams, bro. It's Mams. It was up to me. Things would be different, but Mams, you know, like holds a lot of power as well. And sometimes I have to just, you know, put down my ego and accept it is what it is, isn't it?
Is that legit though? Did he really pull out for that reason, or do you think there was something else going on?
Well, he was terrified of fighting Darren.
Damn.
He was terrible. Yeah. I know the whole I'm scared of getting kicked. Okay, whatever, mate. We know you heard about who he's sparring with and you shut the bed.
That's what. So I was thinking when you were looking for an opponent, and he obviously had a nice debut for you guys, that maybe we would get Darren versus KSI. That's what I said. I said that's like.
Yes.
Was that discussed?
We discussed it, but then again the whole weight thing because the brother is huge. Like he is 200 plus walking around. I'm not a 200 plus walking around guy. Like I'm 190, 195. That is my walk around weight. And people always just want to throw me in to these massive fights where the guy is so much heavier than me. And I'm like, bro, like the guy is basically a heavyweight. I'm not a heavyweight. I'm just about a cruiserweight. But if I was actually wanting to fight professionally, I'd be a light heavyweight, if not even lower than that, a lower weight class. But I'm there like, okay, we've got to make these big fights. Cool. So then someone like Darren Till, I'll be like, if we're going to make that fight, we're going to have a rehydration clause. All right. I'm not making the same mistake I did with Tommy Fury, where the brother just, I remember I saw him on the scales, bro. He was struggling to walk. He was there, like so dehydrated. And then, bro, ballooned up to like 210. And I'm still the same fucking weight. I'm there like having to drink more water just to make the weight. And I'm like, this is bullshit. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck am I doing?
By the way, I remember how pissed you were that night. You kicked the screen and all that stuff.
Bro, because I won.
No, I know.
I won that fucking fight. Of course I'm going to be pissed. I'm so passionate, bro. Like, yes, it's a part-time thing, but still, no, I still put my all into it. Like, when I go on the scales, March 29th, you're going to see abs. I'm going to be ripped. I'm going to be ready. That's just how I am. With everything I do, I always put 110%. It's just I have a lot of things going on at the same time. Like, bro, for this camp, I've got 2 football matches. I've got one in Qatar, Match for Hope. That's happening 14th of February. And then I've got Sidemen charity match. And then I've got all this press to do as well. I've got Britain's Got Talent. I've got press to do for that. You know, I'm having to train as well. You know, I'm doing Sidemen videos as well. Like, yes, a few of the Sidemen fans would be like, you haven't been in a few lately. But, you know, I'm going to be in a few more. And then I'm still going to have to train. Like, guys, I'm doing a lot while training. And you then want me to then go fight Darren Till while also doing all of this happening. Like, that's why my trainers and my team were like, you can't fight someone like Darren Till if you're not 100% focused. Like, the reason why we said yes to Tommy Fury because you're 100% focused and you were, you know, going all in with that. You weren't doing other things on the side. It was just purely boxing. I'm just the type of guy right now that has so many things in my hands. I've got so many things that I've got to do. It's just how it is. It's my fault. You know, I've created this. I've created this monster. I have to just accept it.
Do you feel burnt out?
No. I was burnt out last year, or after the Tommy Fury fight, I was burnt out. And that's why I took like 6 months off to just let go, relax, chill, and enjoy myself. And that's why I went Vegas. I went Japan. I went to all these, you know, different places just to really chill, relax, and not really work. Like, I was still doing Sidemen, but it was like everything was a lot like at a slower pace and more chilled. I wasn't doing that much press. You know, I didn't release any music, etc. And then, you know, I ramped it up. We had a fight planned, obviously got injured, and then, you know, ramped it up in other places with the music, thick of it. did very well. Gold in the US, like what the fuck? It's mental. Got 100 million views. Like, and then I just ramped it up and I'm like back in training again. And I'm ready, for this year. I'm ready to smash this year.
Well, what is the motivation though to keep fighting? Like you have all this stuff. Why even go through it?
Misfits.
Okay.
I want to build. It's my company. I have to build Misfits. And the only way to build it to a certain level is I need to fight. The more fights I have, the more wins I have, the better for the company. That's how I see it.
How many do you think you have left in you? How many fights?
How old am I? 32? Honestly, I could fight. I don't know, man. I could fight till I'm like, what, 35, 36, maybe even 37. I don't know. Like, it kind of just depends. I'll tell you when I'll stop. I'll stop when Misfits doesn't need me.
So we're still talking a few more years, 3, 4, 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not going anywhere.
Well, I mean, besides my other stuff that I've got going on.
No. Meaning you're not going anywhere from the boxing bit. Like this isn't like your second to last fight, or if you don't get the Jake fight. No. Well, you took that as an insult. I said I was saying like this is good. If you're a fan of KSI the boxer, you're not going anywhere.
Well, yeah. I guess the KSI community, I guess.
You think they want you to stop?
No. I don't think anyone wants me to stop.
Yeah, you're in the thick of it.
I think there's a lot of chatter. There's a lot of talk. But, ultimately, people need to just enjoy this. Because when it's over, you're going to miss it. You're going to miss it a lot. So,
speaking of missing it, you missed one. I just said you're in the thick of it. Everybody knows.
Yes.
They know it.
Yeah. Obviously.
Yo, by the way, I was showing you a lot of love when that song came out and everyone was shitting on you. I didn't get any love back. I was playing it for my kids. We were dancing in the car before their soccer matches. Like we were into it. We were playing that shit.
This is a good song.
It's a good song.
It's a good song, and people finally realized. People are like, actually, you know what? The hate wasn't really warranted. I understand why I got hated because of the whole Lunchley thing, but it's a good song. I released it at the best, worst time.
You think it had anything to do with that? You don't think it had anything to do with people 100%. Just... They like
no.
Why?
Because after Lunchley, it was like the floodgates had opened and people could now make fun of me. Before the whole Lunchley thing, I had this like shield, this armor where no one can make fun of me. And people made fun of me, like they would get clowned. And it would scare them into wanting to make fun of me. As soon as the whole Lunchley gate opened, the floodgates opened, and bro, I just got attacked left, right, and center. I was like, but think of it, allow people to make fun of me. Think of it, allow people to, just go in and just feel comfortable. And we're getting, they were getting love for hating on me. And I had to accept it. As much as I didn't enjoy it, I had to accept that is what it is now. I am I'm trying to think. Like, well, I'm Logan Paul. I'm Logan Paul. I'm like, Jake Paul or all these other guys. Like, I can be hated now. People can shit on me and it's fine. And people will accept it.
I have to give you credit. You made videos of you watching the reactions and all that. You really leaned into it, which made you, I think, more likable. If someone's self-deprecating, it makes you want to root for them, and it shows that you don't take yourself too seriously. I'm sure there was a part of you inside that was hurt a little bit.
But yeah, of course. But I've never taken myself super seriously. Like whenever there's controversy, I've always attacked it head on every single time. And, people always try to say, oh, KSI's going to shy away from this topic or this topic. No, I never shy away from anything. I always go, it is what it is. Let me talk about it. And I say the facts, or I say how I feel. And even if it's, I don't try to say I don't normally try to say the right thing, if that makes sense. I say how I feel. So sometimes people don't agree with it. But I go, I don't give a shit. It is what it is. This is how I feel. So with the whole thick of it song, people were shitting on it, be like, it's bad, oh my God. And I'm like, no, it's not. You're delusional. And people hated on me more because I was like that. I guess most people would just stay silent or just be like, oh, maybe it is bad. and start questioning themselves. I was like, no, fuck that. I'm taking on the internet. I'm going to fight the internet and I'm going to beat it. And I did. Bro, 100 million views on Thick of It. I got gold in the US for Thick of It. Bro, I shut on all the hate, bro. Bro, it's Brit nominated for Song of the Year. Fuck off.
Had you ever had a song nominated or gotten a gold record in the US prior to this?
No.
Wow.
No,
That's incredible.
I've never had a gold record in the US. I've had gold in in the UK. Yeah, several golds. But in the US, the US is a tough cookie to crack, man. It is hard. It's hard to do well over there.
Just a couple more and I'll let you go. Amir Khan, was there any serious talks? Is there any possibility of you fighting?
Conor wants too much money. No.
No chance.
Well, I mean, I just want him to lower his expectations. Yeah, come on. He needs to understand who he is and realize that he's not worth 15 mil.
How many times do you expect to fight this year?
For me, I would like to fight twice.
Okay.
For Mams, he would like me to fight 3 times. But I think honestly, it's all just how I feel. It's all, me and Mams always talk and say how I feel. And as long as I don't get any injuries and I'm all blessed and I'm taking care of myself, etc., then I'm happy to fight a few times. But like I said, I've got other things. I got Sidemen here on my case. Being like, bro, we get it, the whole fighting thing, you got a lot of stuff going on, but we kind of need you to be in some videos, man. You know what I mean? They're my friends, so I kind of feel, I feel bad when I'm not in videos. You gotta remember, I'm still getting paid the same amount as everyone else, but I'm not in the video, so I feel bad. So there's that aspect. Music, people have been on me for an album, and I've been working on it, but bro, it's hard again just to try and juggle everything, but it's coming. You know what I mean? I've got so much happening. Britain's Got Talent. There's some cool things that could possibly happen there, or just some cool TV stuff that could happen as well. I have so many opportunities, and it's just all about making sure I pick the right ones at the right time.
So Dillon March 29th, and then Jake in October or so. I
mean, that would be a dream.
Come on, let's go.
Fucking dream.
What can I do? What can I do? Really, what can I do? How do I make this happen? Come on, what do I need to do? Can I get you and Jake on the show at the same time? Can we finally hash this out? What can I do to finally make this? I want to see this. This is the one. By the way, what's the thing, and I'll leave you with this. What drew me to the world that you compete in was that you guys were the ones that made the fun fights, right? You made the impossible possible. But now we're seeing in real boxing, right? Real boxing, we're seeing them make all the fights, right? All the fights.
Yeah, you know why? It's because of Turkey, bro.
Wait, who cares? They're making it happen. And then the one that we want to see in this world isn't happening. We got to make it happen.
It's gone reverse.
It's gone reverse. What the hell, man? They're actually making it happen and you guys aren't? You guys are acting like Tyson Fury and AJ. Come on, man. Let's go.
Well, yeah, you're right, man. Well, look, I'd be down, me and Jake, on your show.
Fuck.
He wouldn't do it.
You don't think so?
Nah.
I'm going to extend the invitation. What do you think of that? You're in.
Down. I'm in. Let's see if he is.
I appreciate it. Looking forward to this. Hopefully Dillon shows up. Hopefully
he has to.
Yeah? All right.
He's getting sued, so he has to. He has to bring his ass to the ring so I can knock him out.
Did he sign the contract?
He signed the contract.
All right. Well, that's good. And that's March 29th. Is that pay-per-view?
Pay-per-view, yes.
Pay-per-view.
Live on the Zone, baby.
There it is. AO Arena. Great promo as well. Well done to you and the team. Keep up the great work. Pleasure as always, KSI. Thank you so much, and good luck on March 29th. You're the man.
I won't need luck. Don't worry. Take care.
Take care. There he is, the great KSI, a.k.a. JJ. Fiery stuff from him. It's funny? I feel like every few months, we go to the back and we're talking, and we're like, yeah, I think that fight's dead. And now I see this, and I'm like, could you imagine the buildup? Could you imagine the build-up to Jake Paul versus KSI? Could you imagine the press conferences? Could you imagine the face-offs? Could you imagine the promos being cut? What are we doing? Thanks for watching this video. Before you go, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for us. Also, give us a thumbs up, leave a nice comment. These things go a long way. And while you're here, do check out the rest of the channel. We've got live shows and full interviews, clips, and a whole lot more. We're doing big things here, and we appreciate your support very much.